Okay, so it's better now. So good evening, everybody. I'm sorry for the little hitch, but yeah, I'm back. So in this video, I want to talk about the continuing process of SARS. You know, people are protesting against police brutality and, you know, the harassment, the intimidation, so many things that is going on. People are not happy about it. So I just wanted, you know, to continue the conversation about how the government have responded to the protest and has now effectively changed the name from SARS to SWAT. So you're welcome to my channel. If you're joining me for the first time, this is Blessedom TV, and you're welcome to subscribe to my channel if you have not yet done so. And as usual, I like to say thank you to every one of you who you know, have been coming along with me all this while, and for the people who have just recently joined my channel, I want to thank you so much. Thank you heartily for all your subscriptions and all your support for this channel. And I would really like to have a feedback from you guys, what you would really want me to do more, you know, like is there anything you would like me to talk about, or you know, something that you think you know, is interesting for you guys, you can let me know. And also like I said, I'm doing these live streams because they are effective for me, because of time, of course. And so I just have to, you know, do the video and then it's uploaded, and I can do some minor editing on YouTube studio. So I would really like to have a feedback on the live streams, if it's okay, if it's coming across well, if you know I should go back to the normal on demand videos. So you're welcome to my channel. My name is Blessing, and this is Blessedom YouTube channel. I call it Blessedom TV, so you're welcome to my Blessedom TV. So you know, the SARS protest continued, even though in the last stream that I did, I talked about you know, how the IG stopped, kind of made the announcement that SARS has been you know, dissolved, and they are reabsorbed into the other you know, the other what they call it, like he said, SARS has been dissolved, and they are going to do training and all those kind of a thing. And now he said SARS is now changed to SWAT. So you know, I think that at the end of the day, the police people have to you know, keep the job of their you know, colleagues. But the people continue to demand for 5-point agenda, and I wanted to share this 5-point agenda of what the people are demanding with you guys. And yeah, so the 5-point agenda is immediate release of all arrested protesters, justice for all deceased victims of police brutality and appropriate compensation for their families, setting up an independent body to oversee the investigation and prosecution of all reports of police misconduct within days. Like, they want it to happen very quickly. And in line with the new police act, psychological evaluation and retraining to be confirmed by an independent body of all disbanded SARS officers before they can be redeployed, and then increase police salary so that they are adequately compensated for protecting lives and property of SARS members, of citizens. So yeah, this is the real this is the 5-point agenda that I just read for you. You know, the people are demanding from the federal government. So the people are not having what the government have said, you know, the ones that they said that they have already dissolved it and giving them a new job and a new name, but people are still protesting, so there are a lot of videos circulating. If you check Channels News, if you check Sahara Reporters news, and even normal news, the news is all over the place, and there are people who are actually pro SARS. And today and yesterday, there were a lot of people who were going out and vandalizing other people's cars and stuff like that. So yeah, SARS has not really yielded the result that the people wanted, because the same police people have just been changed. They have not really done the needed change that people want. They have just succeeded in taking the normal police people and putting them in another unit. But this is not what people want. This is not what the protest is about. And the protest is actually very personal. Like this lady that you see, I put the picture on the thumbnail of this video. She has lost her brother. They said 3 of her brothers, they were just coming from abroad, and because of all this SARS harassment, they just lost their lives. So she's aggrieved, and she folded Nigerian flag, and sitting on the Lion Square there in Enugu. And the same story is all across all across Nigeria, from rivers. I think the most hit are Rivers State, Edo State, and Anambra State, Oka, Onitsha, and Benin, and Port Harcourt. So and then of course Lagos and Ogun. So the problem of SARS harassment is more predominantly in the south, because southern youth are seen as more forward, modern, lazy, into hustling and doing all sorts of vices. And so the harassment is mainly in the south. And so we are still seeing people who have come out to demonstrate like for pro SARS, and these people are even going ahead to be spoiling people's properties. So I just wanted to say that a lot of people are disheartened that there are people who are actually for pro SARS, and being losing faith in the Nigerian youth or in the Nigerian people. No, I feel that there is always room for people who will not be of the same opinion. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Obin Nassam. I appreciate that. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm pretty much alone here, but I know that, when I just do the video, yeah, people get to see it. So it's more time effective for me. So my people, what I'm saying is that when you are protesting about anything, and of course the turnout it may not be as large as people have expected, and I myself, I was actually surprised to see the protest from all let me say predominantly south, because I think the problem of SARS is predominantly in the south. So there are a lot of people who are aggrieved that northerners are not really protesting, but we have to also take into cognition that the northern youths are not really, except people in Abuja, they are not really exposed to this SARS brutality. They have their own problems that they are dealing with, the other insecurity problems, and SARS also want to deal with that kind of security issues. So they are where it is more of their soft, victims, and where they can get into the cash more easily. So I think that the 5-point agenda is is well demanding, and if the people are demanding for immediate release of everybody that is arrested by for this protest, that is a good start. And for justice for all the diseased people who have been whose life have been terminated because of this police brutality. And also they want psychological evaluation of police personnel that is independent of police department, like from outside that are going to be and also of course increase in the police salaries. So what I just wanted to say is that they changed the name, but and they are promising that it's not the same people. I don't know how far people are ready to go with this protest, because when you look at it, the bulk of the Nigerian youth, they are not employed. So if they get into this kind of protest, it's not like they have a job they are going back to, and it's not even like universities are open. So I think that the government is looking at this protest that it can spiral into something else, and a lot of people are already anchoring end Nigeria and Buhari regime. So I don't know how far it's going to go. So I just wanted us to talk about this change from SARS to what they call it, SWAT. Do you think is the desired change? Should the people take a chill and watch how the whole thing is going? You understand? Or should they just accept that, yeah, the government have listened to them and just kind of go home? But right now the people are still on the street. Even today, yesterday, Governor Uzodinma was also addressing people in Imo State. So I don't know how much everyone that is on YouTube is following the protest, but I will just show you some of the videos that I have saved, that I saw on this End SARS protest. So this is happening in Imo State. Imo State. I told you guys I'm from Imo State original. So this is Imo State's version of the SARS protest. Actually, I think this protest started in Benin, and then maybe Lagos. I don't even really know how it started again. But this is Imo State people protesting against this police brutality, and the governor of Imo State is here in person to address them. So this is happening in Imo State. Imo State city indigenous protesting. I would never have expected this large turnout in Imo State, because Imo people are mostly docile most times, like they don't really care about civil matters. But I'm really surprised that they turned out in this large number. Yeah, so this one is happening in Imo State, and the man with the red cap is the Imo State governor, I suppose, and he wants to address the crowd. So this is happening in Imo State, you know. This is the SARS protest in Imo State. So somebody have said end bad road, you know, end bad road. It's also part of the protest. So let me fast forward it to hear what the So this is the governor coming to talk to the people.
Because they said I'm not seeing you.
Please allow the cameraman to capture. Please allow the cameraman to capture.
I'll start first of all. Thank you all. You great use of Imo State. The only way you listen, you can hear him. Chief of staff, I've gone to Chief of staff.
So I'm showing you guys the protests in Imo State, you know. So I wanted to see how it's going down in the east because, you know, so many things was happening. We saw a lot of the protests that happened in Lagos, in Abuja, but little was seen of what was happening in Igbo land or, you know, back in the southeast. So I wanted you guys to see this video because the governor himself came to address the protesters. So I want us to hear what the governor has to say. That's the governor, the man in white and the red cap. That's the governor of Imo State. I feel that this is also actually a large crowd, but
Great Nigerian youth! Great Imo youth! Listen to me. Let me start by thanking you. Let me start by thanking you and commending you for embarking on peaceful protest.
the main point of the protest is against police brutality and police intimidation, stop and search, even murder sometimes, a lot of times. There are gruesome stories. So,
When you started the protest a few days ago, we at the political level met and agreed that their complaints and grievances were genuine and therefore must be addressed. And that is why preliminary investigation revealed that the relationship between the youth and SARS has not been cordial. Thank you very much. And indeed, it's the students in tertiary institutions. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We have decided to back you up. It is not only disbanding SARS that is the solution. This year protest has provided an opportunity for government to look inwards. Yes, sir. And look at the activities of Nigerian police. Yes, sir. These are the welfare and remuneration of Nigerian police. I hear you, Governor. Whether they are getting the required training that is deserving of them. Yes, sir. I can assure you, and I want you to hold me responsible for it. Yes, sir. I can assure you that this matter will be addressed forthwith.
So this is the governor of Imo State addressing the protesters in Imo State.
That we ignore the grievances of the youth. Because if you ignore the youth of any nation, you have squandered the destiny of that nation.
Nana daybreak.
If you appreciate capacity building within the youth population, you have created a better tomorrow for the nation. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So you know.
One thing I want to assure you is that this matter will be taken very seriously. Yes,
okay.
I want you also to be your own man. Not to allow anybody or any political interest to hijack this process. I want you to go about your businesses. I want you to go about your businesses in a manner that nobody will molest you. So I can assure you, you will agree with me. I'm just under 1 year in office. And I just came here, and there's no way I will succeed if I don't partner with you. Yes, sir. You will succeed. If anybody
So my people, this is I just wanted to I wanted you to see what the governor of Imo State was doing about the protest, and there is this like the protest took some personal, some person, like this man, his picture was all over the place. He looks, he's from River State, and he came out, with all these, emotions showing on him, from the pictures. So they said this is his face here, and yeah, they said he's a twin, and one of his twin brothers died in the hands of SARS, and he himself spent about 3 years. So for a lot of people that are protesting for this SARS, against this SARS, I mean, it's a personal, like, it's from a personal point of view. They have had personal stories to tell from this police brutality that is coming from SARS. So SARS is the Special Anti-Robbery Squad of Nigerian Police, but they left what they were supposed to be doing, going after armed robbery, like, high crime, violent crime, kidnapping and all those things. They left them and they started to harass youths, you see. So I don't know if you are still there. You asked me what the protest is all about. So when they see a young man or a young woman with laptop, for example, they say, they ruffle them. They can even end their life there because of one reason. They just see them as criminals, or when they see young men in cars, so they fall victim to police people that are supposed to protect them. And even the Oni of Ife is one of the traditional rulers of Ife. This Oni of Ife. He even came out to support the protest, and he said his own daughter was a victim because she had a laptop on her way to the airport, and she was surrounded. She was surrounded by SARS people, and they ruffled her, ransacked her thing, like she could have just lost her life. So the protest is resonating with a lot of people on a personal note. A lot of people have personal grievances, what about how this SARS have affected them. And there is this lady, she was in Enugu, she was holding this flag. I will just show you in a little bit. She was holding this flag, and this is the lady here. And the news that I'm getting is that this lady, her brothers, they came from abroad, 3 brothers, and they were accosted by SARS, and one thing led to another. That was how they lost their life. So she's coming out to join the protest, and like kind of folded the Nigerian flag and crying, like so many people. On a personal note, they are crying against this police brutality. And of course, a lot of people are anchoring other things like end corruption, end embezzlement, and bad government, and Buhari, end Buhari regime. And so if you heard the governor talking, he said that the protest should not be hijacked by political elements. This is what they are talking about, and this is where the thing is going to get heated, because right now they are quickly address the issue, and the Inspector General of Police have come out to officially dissolve SARS, and read out all the other things that they are supposed to do. You understand? And now they said that they now have the new team that is SWAT. So this special team that is SWAT, they said they are not members of the SARS, but people are saying it's still the same SARS members. But they say no, the SWAT is not part of the different SARS. That the SARS people, they are asked to go for evaluation and fitness and all those kind of a thing. But the people who are going to be made up of SWAT, they are still in training and they are going to be effective. But the underlying issue that everybody has to take note of is that there is a lot of crime. Like there is huge crime that is going on, and there is need for a branch of the police to take care of this huge crime. You understand me? So I don't know that scrapping the SARS is really going to be the solution, but I think that reevaluating them, restricting, like spelling out their jurisdiction for them, that, and let everybody know what they are doing, whatever name they call them. You understand? Like we know DSS, the Director of State Security, their fears, and the meaning of SWAT. I think they said is special. I forgot the name. I actually forgot the meaning. I forgot the meaning. I had it in mind. Let me see if I can search for it. SWAT. So people just keep saying SWAT. I didn't get to. Is the Special Weapons and Tactics Unit. Yeah. Special Weapons and Tactics Unit. So that is SWAT, Special Weapons and Tactics Unit. So yeah, if you ask me the question, that's the answer. Special Weapons and Tactics Unit. That means they will have to go after people who are using weapons, who are actively committing crime. And I think that was actually what SARS was supposed to be doing, because it was Special Anti-Robbery Squad. But they left that Special Anti-Robbery and Kidnapping, and they started harassing citizens, checking telephone. If they saw you with mobile phones, you are in trouble. If they saw you with posh, anything looking nice, if you are just looking good, like they are like, why are you, like, if you look good in their eyes, it's actually something that is criminal. Like, okay, why are you looking so fresh? And that's why in the 5-point demand, a lot of people are thinking that it's because they are poorly paid and they had to do this hard job, stand on the road. So they use that means to extort money. So for those of you who are joining us later, I wanted to read the 5-point demand of the protest. They said immediate release of everybody that has been arrested because of the protest, and justice for all the victims of the SARS brutality, and appropriate compensation for all the family members. And they want an independent body to be set up to evaluate and oversee SARS activities. Like, not that police will be, there's a complaint about SARS, and then it's police people, the same people that will be, looking into it. And of course, they are going to, be biased towards themselves. And they want a psychologist, to be evaluating their mental state. And they also want more, especially increase in their welfare, police, the salaries. Some people were actually saying they're supposed to reduce the salary of the politicians in the House of Rep and use the money to increase the the money, the remuneration for police people, and improve their living conditions so that they don't have to live in this horrid barracks, that kind of robs them of their humanity, and they are also robbing the society of this humanity. It's a vicious cycle at the end of the day. So yeah, what am I saying in the end? Is say people went out to protest against SARS, Special Anti-Robbery Squad, and the government have said, okay, we are dissolving SARS. You want SARS to end? We have ended SARS, and now we have a new unit that is Special Weapons Tactics Unit. So this SWAT unit is supposed to then do what SARS is supposed to do. And so I hope that they are able to spell out their duties for them, and so that they don't go after young people, they don't go after people who have smartphones, because it's a new era, and the smartphone is it's a daily like here you go say you say big lighter, take glacier big lighter, like it's something that you are with you every day. It's no longer a luxury good. Smartphones is a necessity today. So for children, for anybody, smartphone is a necessity. It's in the beginning, maybe in the beginning of the 20s or so, it used to be a luxury good. So I don't know the kind of mindset the police people have, that they are going after people who have smartphones, and especially if you have the high-end telephones like iPhone, like high-end, maybe Samsung and all those kind of a thing. So you become their target. And then if you have smart what they call it, laptop. So I think that at the end of the day, we'll have to see how they are implementing it, whether it's actually bringing any results. So now they are trying to say, okay, we are yielding to your demands. We have dissolved SARS. We have now created SWAT, and people are still on the street protesting because they don't believe that it is a change of name. But the government is saying no, 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 it's not a change of name. They are not the same people. That is just a new people, new unit that have been put together. That the other SARS people, they have been directed to go back to their defense headquarters, and they are going to be retrained and reevaluated and whatever. I think time will tell how the whole thing is going to go forward. Yeah. Well, I wanted us to talk about from SARS to SWAT. Do you think the protest has been effective, and do you think they should continue with the protest? Like somebody wrote in the comments that they should anchor it, end Buhari. A lot of people are also anchoring it and saying end Nigeria, end police brutality and all those kind of things. But I don't know. I think that no, I've actually heard that the people who started the protest, who were sponsoring the protest in the beginning, that they had their accounts frozen, like they don't have money. So I didn't actually know that anybody sponsored the protest. I was thinking people came out because of the feeling and the pain and the hurt, and like that is gotten to a point. But I heard from Vanguard people that the people who were sponsoring it, that the government have threatened to freeze their accounts, and journalists also came under attack. They were hit with gunboats, and they destroyed their cameras and something like that. So yeah, there is some form of frustration on the part of police trying to stifle the protesters and quench it as quickly as possible. But on the other hand, there is also fear on some part of the population, because they are saying, okay, if you end SARS, and you mean it means you are giving free room for criminals and kidnappers, because then they will have a free way, and nobody standing in their way, so they will just have a free day doing what they want to do. And it's basically going to be dangerous, and a lot of people are looking at it that even ember months, what it means, festivities, people coming from abroad, a lot of things going on. There is a high demand for security. And so if people are saying end starts right now, it means you want to give room for, endless violence, endless crimes and kidnapping. So this set of people have gone out to protest against NSAS, and they were actually vandalizing people's properties and hitting on people. And so a lot of people were disappointed that they thought that everybody was on the same page. So I think that there is room to also consider that if there is no police that is overseeing this high crime that is we see in Nigeria, and especially because of the difficulties, the joblessness, and the how will I put it, the quest for luxury that people have not worked for, and nobody asks how the money comes about. So there's a lot of crime. One really have to put that in perspective, and I think that this is what the police are trying to avoid, because if there is a gap, like every police activity is stopped, and then the criminals have a field day. At the end of the day, it's the people that will suffer it, so I don't know, the whole thing is all over the place, but I'm thinking that maybe if they have protested and they said they have inaugurated a new unit. This Thank you so much for asking that question, because I didn't even look the up the name of SWAT, the Special Weapons and Tactics unit. So if they have formed this unit now and it's supposed to combat criminals, it's a necessity. There is a need for that. We must never underestimate that need for police that will be active. You understand me? Yeah. You're right. You're very, very right. So I think that I don't know. I know that there is a lot of crime. Like there's another story I want to talk about with you guys tomorrow. It's the story about a young couple that were taken down in their farm. And normally, because of all these protests, now people are not looking into that, and the couple have been hurriedly buried, and their young children are just there. They don't know anything. All of a sudden, they don't have parents. So these are crimes that people commit because of the lapse in policing, and now because of the process, maybe there is no investigation, or maybe there is no interest to investigate. So, but I'm going to have that conversation with you guys tomorrow. I want to bring that topic up because we need to talk about what happened to this couple, even though they are poor, but they are a young couple and they have young children, and somebody went into their farmhouse and took them out, just deleted them like that. So there is really, really high crime that is going on, like the crime that you cannot believe. People who are close to you, people who are your neighbors, people who work for you, everybody is out to get you. So there is really need for policing, but of course, we have to acknowledge there are excesses, of course. And if people go out to protest against those excesses, it is commendable, it is acceptable, and we should never, say, "Oh, don't protest, just take it as no, 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 no." But we should also understand the people who are not eagerly fighting against NSAS, because they also have their reason. And if you are fighting answers, you should not be desperate. Like, you should not lose faith in humanity and be downcasted and say, "Oh, I thought we are all in this together." Don't worry about that. There are always another people who are going to see things in another way. So, but you have to just believe in what you believe in and push it forth and push it forth and believe in it. So for me personally, I want to commend Nigerian youth again, because for a long time something like this protest have never happened. People just sit back at home, except for the IPOB people who always are being used to demonstrate, which is actually topic for another day. It's not part of this conversation, but this is something that is commendable, that Nigerians from all walks of life, from different cities across the south, predominantly southern Nigeria, came out, and Abuja came out en masse to protest for the same thing, with the same emotions, with the same desire to see that change. I think it is commendable. And now that the government said they have changed it to SWAT, so we'll have to wait and see what is the SWAT all about. Is the SWAT reformed? Is it doing the job of going after people who are using weapons and are involved in violent crime, or are they still going after individual civilians who happen to look posh, who happen to have high-end phones and high-end laptops? We will have to wait and see, because you cannot know now. But I don't know how far the protesters are ready to carry on, and I don't know how much this is going to I think this is an ongoing conversation that we are going to continue to have as the protests are continuing. So thank you so much, my people. This is what I wanted to share with you. If you have any other question, you can ask me. Yeah, the protest is still continuing. today, and across Nigeria, people are still protesting. So I wanted to show you this video of the people who are not for SARS.
Pro-SARS guys. Pro-SARS guys.
So these are people that are for SARS. So they are going and vandalizing people's something, like they are against the protest. You know, understand, the other side of the protester. So they are going around and attacking people. And you see, so these are individuals.
Pro-SARS guys. Pro-SARS guys.
So yeah, everybody, people are protesting, you know, and like there's this man, he was taking his wife, his car was smashed.
How you feel right now? How you feel? So pain, man. I didn't deserve this. I didn't do shit to these guys. Just to find a good luck here and just going to see my wife. My wife is pregnant. I just want to go and see her. See. See my guy. Just calm down. We'll find this fight for you.
So so he was on the way on the part of the protesters, and he, you know, he fell victim of those people who are pro-SARS. So this is the 5-point agenda again. Yeah, that's very correct. So I wanted to show you guys the 5-point agenda. I hope that you can read it. Can you read it? So this is the 5-point agenda. And I even learned that people were protesting in Accra. Oh, okay. I'll post it in the community link later. This is in Accra. People were also protesting for SARS in Accra, Ghana. So Nigerians in Ghana are actually protesting, also joining the protest. So this is Nigerians in Ghana that are also pronounced, you know, I just wanted to show you some of the videos. I don't.
Let me tell you the truth. SARS, the one who was Ojoro, they go change the name, they be like say, as Etisalat enter my mobile. So now, they go think say they say they don't find, I will come to lead them.
Ah, okay.
Now, let I go tell you the real truth. The real truth is say, the Nigerian constitution, that is the killer of this country. Well, can't find out anywhere. 1999 Nigerian constitution is a fraud. 1999 constitution says that I don't hear myself. Who the hell my mic? No off my mic. Why do you go on for my mic? Why do you see some people running around? Why do you come on for wire now? No. Go ahead. I just said the Nigerian they're gonna leave it over there. I don't off the mic. Honorable on the mic. Honorable on the mic. He's okay on the mic. anybody there back here, they off my mic. This are not the Delta State pro.
It's okay, on the mic, on the mic.
As they go now, they tell you say the Nigerian 1999 Constitution is the problem of this country. Now let I explain you how. Ask me how. The 1999 Constitution. The Constitution is guiding them. They can put on inside our treasury and remove money. You cannot ask them questions. Go and check. That Constitution, Section C.
Yes, yeah, Papa.
You don't have any right to ask them how the country is being run.
Yeah, Papa.
That is why if they embezzle money, you cannot come back and arrest them. They go carry you go to Supreme Court. They go bring the Constitution. I was once a leader. I don't put my hand inside the treasury. Nothing will happen. But that's time. Let me hear what though. Because if you don't know these things, you don't go know.
So these are people that are anchoring the Constitution, the 1999 Constitution. You know, there are a lot of people, like when people are calling for, dissolution of the country, to secede, the Biafra, Oduduwa, and all these things. There are also people who feel that what we need is a change in the Constitution of the country. So they want the country to change the Constitution, and the Constitution that the country is using now is the 1999 Constitution. And for them, they say that is the foundation of all the problems, you understand? And so to progress, they need to so my people, I just showed you some of the protests that is going on in Nigeria. So if you want to see more of the protests, Channels Television is actually showing a lot of those protests, so you can just look it up. And the 5-point agenda for the SARS, I'm going to put it on my community post so you'll be able to read it, what it's all about. So I've been able to check this SWAT. The meaning is Special Weapons and Tactics Unit. So Special Weapons and Tactics Unit. I don't know what that means. Weapons and Tactics Unit. So okay. I think anti-robbery squad made a lot of sense. But anyway, it is what it is. Congratulations to Nigerian youth. For the first time, you all came out across southern Nigeria, mainly southern Nigeria. For the first time, they came out to protest for something that they believe in. And I give you kudos for standing up to your rights for the first time. And I hope this is the beginning of more things. And at least they changed it. They said they have done SWAT, and it's not the same people. So we will see how it's evolving, and if it's something that we have to talk about again, then we'll have to do another video to talk about it. So the video is getting to an hour now. I don't want it to take too long. So I want to thank you. I appreciate you guys who are with me here. Thank you so much. And I really ask, if you have not subscribed, please do so. Join me, support my channel, subscribe, and thank you so much. I really appreciate you supporting me, joining me, and let me know what you think about the live stream. Give me feedback. If you will have something I'm not doing well that I'm supposed to do better, let me know. If there's something you would like me to talk about, or I just like to have some feedback. So thank you so much for all the love. I appreciate, as I said, and I really wish you a nice evening. And I'll see you tomorrow in another live stream. And especially, I would like to know what time you really want me to come online. So I'll like to talk about this couple. I told you guys, they were taken out from this world. There are some words that the Google algorithm is looking for that I try to avert. So when I'm saying, it gave them deleted, and that means they, finish them like this. So a man and a woman, a couple, parents, and the woman was even pregnant. So I'll talk about that tomorrow, and and we'll see how that goes. Thank you so much, my people. I really appreciate your support once again. Thank you, and I'll see you again tomorrow evening. Bye for now. Bye. Thank you so much. I don't know if you have any questions you can ask, you can interact. So see you guys tomorrow. Bye.